Hey guys, welcome back. I wanted to jump on and do just a little video. I'm using my phone today, like in the house instead of like trying to use the camera and the, what's it called, webcam. So I just thought I'd hop on here on my phone and try and give you guys a little update how things are going, a little vlog of the day. Ever since this snowstorm like has hit, I just really have been like not motivated. Let me just put it that way. I am like completely unmotivated. Um so yeah. Holding this box in my hand. Let me show you this. So this is a Minolta intelligent face tracker. And it's supposed to do like a 360, and when I turned it on, it did. It totally went like 360 all the way around, and it locked screens with my computer. I'm currently trying to get through a video lecture that my professor has up and going, so you can see like his face on there. So I don't know if it just like picked up on his face and locked in. But yeah, so it's this Minolta right here. I think I saw this on TikTok shop at one point in time. And it's just like that's a really good picture. Oh, here we go. It's just like a base. And then this is the camera, obviously right here, and you connect your phone and it like spins on this base. This one's white, but I have a black one. And it's kind of crazy to me that the theme is Minolta because my camera's a Minolta that I was having trouble with. Yeah, 360 rotation angle, smart face and body tracking, PC webcam compatible. You guys, PC webcam compatible? Okay, wait a minute. Maybe I just solved a problem that I've been dealing with. Portrait, landscape, rotatable, 6 to 10 foot tracking distance, 315 degrees tiltable head clip. Oh, that's the clip. My phone is like way too big and too heavy. I'm like, seriously? It was kept falling out a couple times, but maybe it's just a really large phone. Um, Compatible with all smartphones. Almost wasn't compatible with mine. 105-degree tracking angle of view, 42-degree second rotation speed. Yeah, little tripod mountable. No app required. So yeah, I thought I'd give that a shot because I didn't want to sit here and like hold my phone. But let's just see if this literally is going to follow me as I turn. Oh, it's not doing it. You know what? It did it when I first set it up. So I don't know if that was just like, oh, you know what? I don't even know if it's on. Anyways, whatever. I'll have to see what's going on. Maybe I have it plugged into USB. I thought that's all it needed. Uh doo doo doo. Yeah, I don't see anything about batteries, and I don't think I have saved anything. What's this? Oh, this is like your save this, fill it up for your warranty. Yeah, so I've had this for so long and I've hardly ever, rarely used it. I want to say I got it like way back when I first started this channel. When was that, like 2019-ish, give or take, somewhere in there. And I didn't do much with it, but yeah, I'm kind of bummed. I have to turn it on. I don't know. Well, yeah, I'm not gonna mess with it because I have it like up higher. Did it just move or was that just me? Maybe it was just me. I don't know. But anyhow, so yeah, I'm just kind of like in this funk. We got so much snow. The last I checked it yesterday, before it was, yeah, before it got too dark, it was still snowing just a little bit. It wasn't too bad. Um, we were like at 18 inches that we had received already. So I was like, oh, this is insane. Someone's gonna have to like plow this driveway, which thank God I do have, some guys that come help me out in the summertime, the spring, when I'm just like, I don't want to do it this time, and they pitch in. Of course, I pay them, but yeah, I thankfully have them to do the driveway. But it wasn't like get out of your truck and slosh through all the snow and try to clean off my van and all the things. I didn't like ask them to do that, or wasn't even expecting it, because we were like basically shut down like completely. Today was a no in-person day. We went all virtual and online at the university. Stay with my kiddos, and I had lecture today, and during that lecture, or no, I actually had lecture in the morning for genetics, and then I had lab in the afternoon. And during the lab, we got a new email saying that we were doing virtual again tomorrow. So we will be virtual tomorrow as well. I am actually low-key grateful because I still have not dug the van out of all the snow. When I saw it yesterday, and last I looked out earlier today, the snow is like, my tires are almost practically covered. So, and then to be honest with you, when I park in the back, so like I have to go down this little porch and these stairs. I think there's 5 steps, or maybe it's 6, but you can't tell. There's so much snow, and I just like, I just don't want to do anything with it, honestly. But yeah, I've just been like in this funk the last couple days. I really thought, I was like, oh, this is gonna be great. I'll be able to get so caught up this weekend and figure out what these other 2 classes are about, that I'm just kind of pushed to the side, and really was like more focused on this genetics, class, and wanting to do really well in that and get ahead, and stay on top of things. The other class is a capstone class. My advisor is actually my professor, so I was kind of like, let me make sure I stay on top of this. He wanted us to get on with our career center right away, scheduling appointments, to have our resume reviewed, our LinkedIn account reviewed, and all the things. So I'm like, oh my goodness. And these other 2 classes, I kind of like just put on the back burner. One is essentially, it's like a operations management course. And the other one is a HR like resources course. Neither of those are anything that I really don't want to do. I almost want to say I could care less. I mean, I do care, obviously. And I want to learn of it and about it. But it's not like the thick of it. That's not what I want to be doing. Obviously, at the end of the day, it's nice to have an understanding. That's where I'm coming from. It's nice to have an understanding of all the things and all the intricacies of, healthcare administration and management. But at the end of the day, that is not my end goal. That's not what I want to do. So I'm struggling with, learning something that I really don't have a passion for, if that makes sense. Yeah, so that's really frustrating for me right now, because I love to learn. I love to get involved in whatever I'm doing and go at it full force. And always take something from whatever it is I'm doing or learning, or what are those takeaways I could take with me, even if it's not 100% something I totally care about. But I just feel so unmotivated. And today, when I was looking at some of this stuff, I'm like, oh my gosh, it is a lot. A lot. The operations management position, listen to me. The operations management course is literally like several, it's online. The course itself is online. It is like several different proponents of it. He has these slides that he does, and he provides, obviously. And then he has these video lectures from like 10 minutes. And then this one that I just like took a break from. I'm like, no, let me hop on here and just like spill my feelings. Tell you how I really feel. It's like 2.5 hours long of him not doing like a video lecture, like, hey, this is me and this is my computer screen, and we're going to talk about what we're going to talk about, and this is what we're going to learn. And let me just break things down for you and show you in Excel and go through some chapter key points and whatnot. No, it's literally him lecturing an in-person course at whatever given time of the year or years ago. I have no idea. So it's broken up with questions that have nothing to do with the course. Hey, I can't find where we're at. Can you tell me what page that's on? No, like seriously. And then the audio is so miserable. You could hardly hear him. And I don't know if he's moving around the classroom. He's not staying like in the front where like, you know, they have all the camera and the equipment and all the things set up for it. But I can't even see him in the lecture. It's just like this little tiny video square. And then he has like, he somehow put up like, it must be screen sharing the PowerPoint or whatever he's got for that class or whatever he's got up for the class, right? But you can hardly hear him. And God bless him, the man is Italian. He has the thickest accent. And granted, I grew to understand the accent a lot with my with experience with my children's grandparents. I like to joke and say they're, you know, their grandmother's fresh off the boat. But it took me like 6 years to barely understand her. So I'm like listening to his dialect and his very thick accent, and he sounds like he's like 3 miles away. And then on top of it, the lecture is just not like straightforward. It's like classroom interruptions and the audio's in and out. And it's just like a lot of pausing in between. But it gets better. So our homework assignments are all through Pearson. Pearson My Lab. If you know, you know. That is like an online learning tool. It's very prominent for all kinds of subjects. You see it all over the place. I've seen it for math. I've seen it for nursing. I've seen it for, I don't even know. I can't even think. I feel like I had it for, not statistics. What was it? I feel like I had it for, Chem 1, Gen Chem. And I think I might have seen it, some of it. We might have had some stuff that we did for physics, but I can't, that might have been something different. So, but anyways, and if you know, you know, like I said, you get one assignment and you're like, oh, that's not bad. It's got like 12 problems, 9 problems. We're good to go. Well, they take that concept and that one problem and they break it down so that you have like 5 or 6 or 7 different problems. Like when I took statistics, that was what one that we had for Pearson. Oh my God. It was like, oh, 15 questions. But no, it literally took me like 5 hours because each question, maybe one question had like 10 or 15 parts to it. I'm not going to lie. Sorry. I'm getting like frustrated and flustered because it's a lot. It's a lot. So one module for him looks like several different video lectures, anywhere from like a short, quick couple minutes to like these get out all long 2+ hours of lecture. And I almost feel like it's not even teaching anything. And I don't even know if I want to just skip through it real quick or actually sit there through it and try and pull bits and pieces. Like I feel like I should just go through the slides and just see what comes of it from that aspect and what I can get and gather the information from. And then obviously on Pearson, I bumped my screen, but that's more light. I don't know. That would be, does this help any? I don't know. Anyways, so that would be what I'm thinking of doing, like for this class. I don't know. And we have to meet tomorrow for another class, the HR class, the human resource class, with a group of students that we are a team, a group. And this is another online course. And it's so miserable trying to organize and work around everybody's time. Okay. Excuse me, I need a drink. Like, I understand you want to do group projects and get people together and learn and do things as a group. But man, it's so hard when you're an online learner and you I don't even know. I don't even know how to put it in words. Honest to God, like these professors that teach online courses feels like they think that this is the only course you're taking. You get these emails like, consider this your new part-time job. You need to spend 6+ hours a day. Consider it 35 hours a week of this and that, of studying and then doing your homework. And oh, don't forget this and that. And it's just like, oh my goodness. Unreal. So it literally took us like 2 hours of trying to orchestrate between, I want to say there's like 5 of us in this group to figure out a time that we can get together. And we were like, we really need to get together because this guy that's teaching the class, the professor doesn't have it together. Communication was so poor. It was like we didn't even get answers to things that we were supposed to, what he wanted us to be doing over the weekend that we're supposed to get done. And he ended up having to extend some deadlines because his poor communication. So thankfully we're on it. We're emailing and trying to, have a paper trail, if you will. And we're like, let's just meet up now so we can figure out what we're doing and how to do it and, have a game plan in place because it's a lot. It's a lot. And then the healthcare administration course is the capstone. It's like a research course. There's a lot of writing and a lot of reading involved. This is the guy that just loves to have you read. He had us pick up 3 different books. One I got off of Amazon. I got that. It came, I think, on Friday. And the other 2 I found on eBay, which was really awesome. They're sitting at the post office, and I snowed in and buried. So I haven't been able to pick those up and get them. But yeah, I'm just so motivated. I just feel like I have hit this lull of just like, the heck with it. Like, ugh, I don't want to do this stuff. And I'm starting to feel like burnt out. It's crazy. I'm starting to feel burnt out. I've done nothing but school, full time, straight on, straightforward since the spring of 2024. 2024. Yep. I started at the university just like, I don't know, less than 2 weeks before my due date with my second little surrogate journey, little baby that I carried. She just turned 2 not that long ago. And yeah, I have been going and going and going full time. And when I say full time, I'm not talking like full time. What is full time? Is it 10 credits? Is it 9, 10 credits? 12 credits? Is it 12 credits? Whatever. I don't even know because I've been doing like 16 and 17 credits. That's been my full time. And I've been doing that straight through summer each and every year, working. And, I have my family. I have my 4 kiddos and I'm burning out. And then I just took winter session. This was my first time doing it because I was like, the heck with that in the past. I'm like, there's no way. Who could possibly do a full 16-week course in, 4 weeks? Gotta be freaking nuts. Me. Took 2 classes, 2. And did that. But, I don't know, guys. Gonna make this shit happen. I'll tell you that, but I'm just not feeling it. I'm just not feeling it. I'm not feeling it. I have so many things that I want to get done and so many things I want to do. And for this channel, one of those big things, a big goals, a big step that I'm taking is that I have promised myself that my goal is I will be on here and I will be vlogging every day and I will be uploading something every day. So, Yeah, right now it's kind of cool because I feel like nobody's watching, nobody cares, and I'm getting like no subscribers and all the things. And it's a way for me to, it's my learning curve, right? A way for me to get better at doing this and talking in front of the camera and, lighting and all the things and whatever, right? So, yeah, I'm taking the opportunity to get better every day. And that's my goal, is to upload one video every day up until my birthday. And then I'm going to set a new goal, a new standard, and just figure out something from there. But yeah, today I'm just like feeling really off. And oh, I shouldn't say today. It's actually been the last couple of days. I'm just kind of like in this funk, and I know my why and I know my motivation, and I know that at the end of this year, I will have graduated. And this will be just such an accomplishment for me to be able to be at that point. I'm super excited about it, and it's the most awesome feeling. But at the same time, when you're doing something and you're striving for something that you are just so passionate about, and you do have a setback, or you take a couple steps forward and then you feel like you fall and roll back a few and you're playing tug of war with that, it's just draining. It's really draining. And then especially when you feel like you're like kind of on this journey on your own, because what is the saying? I'm trying to think of a saying, but basically like hustle in silence, that's not the saying I'm thinking of. But you just, not a lot of people are really aware of my journey and the journey I've been on, and I'm like my goals ahead with being a pre-med student. When people ask me, and they're more so acquaintances, I would say, than like big, you know, I don't have a lot of family. It's me and my kids basically. Um, and then I have really, really, really close friends, and people that have been in my life for a very long time and just are incredible and very amazing. But we don't live near each other anymore, and um, it's just not the same. Like, I was talking to one of my good friends the other day, and we were kind of checking in finally after a very, very long amount of time. And she's over in New York, and she's like, "When are you gonna be done? Like, what is going on? What are you going to be a doctor?" And I was just kind of like, I just didn't even. I didn't even. I was like, damn, you called me out on this. But I couldn't bring myself to say, yeah, I'm pre med. I'm, doing the damn thing. That's it. This is what I've wanted for the longest time. It's not something new. It's not something since, leaving my ex that just popped in my mind. And I'm just like, woof, I'm going to be pre med, and this is what I want to do. It's been there since a very early age. So, yeah, I feel like I'm getting closer and closer to that goal. I feel like I told someone, I'm like, I'm at the halfway point. I'm at the halfway point. Even though I went back to school and it took me forever to, finally get to a place where I could focus on school and not have interruptions and things. I got my LPN. And, being a single mom out of a abusive relationship, I'm like, I have to take baby steps. I can't just jump right in and expect that I'm going to be okay to do this straightforward, and not take those baby steps. That's not saying that someone can't. That's just was my situation. And I'm like, okay, then once I'm done with it as an LPN, I'll go work a little bit, or I'll just jump into RN school, because that's the next leg. That's the next trip I need to be on. I need to get my RN. And that's what I did. I worked for about a year or so, and then I went and got my RN. And, that was incredible. That was like the most incredible feeling, to get that RN license. Oh, and it was great because I got the news that I'd passed the NCLEX on my birthday. It was the most awesome thing ever. And then I was like, okay, well, how long am I gonna wait to jump in? And you guys are probably gonna hear my dogs or the kids and whatever they're doing, but I did Lily. My youngest. But yeah, I'm not probably gonna edit that out. But anyways, I was like, how long do I wait to jump in and get into the university? I'm like, I'm not waiting. I'm not waiting. I could have started in the winter time, and I was like, no, that's probably not a good idea. My advisor was like, probably not a good idea. So I jumped in the spring of 2024. And yeah, I've just been going, going, going. Someone else also called me out. I was making a comment on my Facebook. And if you want to go follow me there, absolutely feel free. Everything Manda um, on Facebook. And I was like, I don't know what I was saying, but they were like, "Oh, you're like on your way to be a doctor. Is that what's next?" kind of thing. I was just like, no comment. you know, People will say, "Well, where are you going for?" And it's really easy to say healthcare administration and management because that's the furthest thing from your mind to think that she wants to be a doctor, right? But that wasn't the intentions. The intentions are there for having that background knowledge of healthcare and administration, insurance, and all these different components that come together. Because I really think it makes for a really great foundation for a provider, especially nowadays in the day and age that we're in. But yeah, so I know my why. I know all the reasons what I'm striving for. I know what I want to be doing. I'm just in this lull where I'm just like, I need like a break. I need like some self care. I need to you know. And then if you've seen my previous video, I talked about how I am jobless. I don't have a job. That is crazy to me and tough and hard and all the things. And I'm really tripping out over it. I really am. I need to be working. Um, the funds are dwindling. It's not easy at all being a single parent, let alone having four of them. And then there's school. I've been at this now for over 2 years and I've been full time, full steam ahead because I knew I didn't want to wait several years to get it done in pieces and part time and at night or whatever. I just need to get in here and get it done. That's all I've been doing. School since 2018. Yep, 2018 is when I signed up and registered. So my youngest was born in October of 2017. This was the time that it was open enrollment for the LPN program. And I was like, oh, there's no way. That's not going to work. I was due then. So the next open enrollment for that LPN program was March. And that's what I did. I was in that classroom sitting down with my name tag front and center, ready to go. I had waited for that for a very long time, and someone tried to take that away from me once before, and I ended up having to walk out in the middle of a final exam. And had that big setback. But I came back and that was my comeback and I was all for it. And yeah, so ever since 2018 when I registered in March for that LPN program, boom, 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 boom. There wasn't much of a break. So I did work for that year after LPN school in 2019, but we had that COVID come up and haunt us not too far into 2020. And I had already started researching RN programs, and we had a new RN program that opened up with the local one of the school was through the hospital system, and I was already on it. I was already sitting there figuring out what I need to do, having interviews with the director, and I ended up having to take some prereq courses, and I did that all through spring and summer. Literally, I met that deadline in August, right before we right before the deadline and right before we were starting for our orientation. Yeah, that was another awesome birthday present. I sat in orientation on my birthday for that RN program in 2020. I busted my ass to get there, you guys. I busted my ass to get there. I busted my ass through that 1 year program for LPN school. Boy, was that hard shit. Let me tell you what. I learned more and got more out of it, out of the program, I think, than I did in my RN program. Let's just put it that way. They don't mess around. I almost think they got it backwards. I don't know. If you're out there and you've been through an LPN program, and then you've done an RN or a bridge program or something like that, let me know because, oh boy, my LPN program, I learned a lot. It was amazing. That was where we used Pearson. But yeah, so I have not stopped since 2018. And I think that might be what it is. Every now and then I go through these little like vibes where I'm just like, more, do this again and grinding it out. But here we are. So this is week 2 of spring semester. Taking 5 courses, technically. Genetics is 2, so lecture in genetics lab. Then I have the capstone program, human resources, and then what did I call it? Occupational management. Why does that not sound right? I don't think that's I don't think that's correct. Operations management. Operations management. Yeah, so I think I'm really struggling with the fact that my interest isn't. I don't want to say not invested. That's not the right word. I'm just. I just don't think I don't know. I don't know. What would you guys call it? But anyhow, this is running long. I guess I had a lot to get off my chest. But yeah, so I'm excited for what the future holds. I got some serious goals in mind. I'm just having like a day. I want to tell you about it. Maybe that'll make me feel better. I got these books over here I need to read. Atomic Habits. And then this one I probably should read first. And I just keep not getting to it. Is that backwards for you guys? It's Mel Robbins, Let Them. Yeah. I'm loving it. I actually following her on Facebook. So yeah, follow me on Facebook if you want. I should drop the link down in my description. Everything Manda. Yeah, across those platforms. I don't know if I have it on Instagram. I don't know much about Instagram, but anyhow, that's where it's at. So until next time, I love you guys. Thanks for hopping on and joining me in my little rant and let me get these things off of my mind. This is kind of therapeutic. I'll have to share some more and do some more videos like this that aren't me like driving in the van and stuff like that. And I really have a chance to like have my brain and my mind kind of like, I don't know, in a space for it, I guess, if you will. And then I think I'm going to do some story times because I've said a lot of things, and I think if you are very intuitive, you can see that there's a lot there. I've been through a lot, done a lot, and have a lot of stories to share. So this is definitely a healing journey for me. That is for sure. All right, guys. Take care. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I look forward to doing the next video. Thanks. Bye. Peace.